Alright, so I'm glad I stopped recording on that first one because it's been probably 20 minutes. But, show you what I've got to do. So as I'm making this turn, so if you see where this truck is coming out, I'm going to let him go. The one that's in the center here. Well, okay, so he needs my spot, so let me back up. So there he goes. So he's out of the way. So I've got to go in right where he just came out of. And so as you can tell, it's on the wrong side. That's on my blind side. So what I'm going to do to avoid doing that blind side dock, especially being that it's right on a railroad track, is I'm going to come past it. And it smells as bad as you would think that this would smell. So I'm gonna roll my window up, about to gag. So I'm gonna come back here. This looks like a great place for me to get stuck with these damn. I'm gonna go into lock my drives. So I apologize for the tone that you hear, but I've got my drive axles locked in place, and that's so I don't get stuck on this damn railroad track. But I'm going to back up and then make that turn. So essentially I'm making a 3-point turn. Hope I've got room for this. Alright. So, I'm going to leave that on for just a minute longer. I'm going to cut my wheel hard right, because I've just got barely enough room to do this. To miss the barricade with that left front. And cut that lock off as my drives are back on pavement. I'm in dock 1, which is the closest to the building of all of the 3 docks that are there. And so I'm going to set up for that back end. And then I'm going to wait, and I'm going to slide my tandems once I'm lined up with it, because if I do it right now, I could do it right now, but it's going to make the truck a lot less agile. The trailer will turn at a much slower rate, and I need to cut this thing pretty aggressively, and so I want it to be as agile as it can be. now I've got the angle pretty close, so I'm going to pull forward, take another bite at the apple. So now I just need to give myself, I've got the angle just about right, and so now what I need is to give myself enough room to A, not be in the mud, and B, have enough room to pull forward towards these trailers without hitting them when I slide my tandems. So I'm going to go do that real quick. I'm a little bit disgusted with myself. When I went back there to swing my doors open, I got a little closer to that mud than I wanted to. And, I probably got some of that nasty, stinky shit all over the bottom of my boots. And so I'm going to have to clean that and wash my floor tonight. Otherwise my truck's gonna smell like a damn garbage dump. And that's really not what I want. So now I'm just looking at the side of my trailer, lining it up with the dock. It's pretty straightforward at this point. The only thing that's really odd about this is the amount of trash on the ground right where the okay, so he's guiding me, so he wants my, you see that muddy, well, you'll see it better here in a minute. So he wants me right up against the edge. Trying not to disturb all that mud because that stuff stinks. But that's where he wants me, so that's where he's going to get me. So this is where having the tandem slid back actually helps, because the movement of the trailer is much more subtle. It takes a lot more steering wheel input to get something out of it. So you can see all that nasty, muddy stuff to the left. That's what I had to step in when I was opening my doors. And, pretty nasty. So that's out. And getting out of here should be pretty straightforward. I think I will just make this hard right, go across the tracks, and I think I can follow that right out onto the big road. But getting out would be easy. Either if it's, or no, I can't go that way because I've got to go back and scale. So I'll go back well, yeah, you know what? I will go that way and go around the block and come back and scale the same way that I pulled in, and that way I'll be pointing the right direction. So, yep, that's what I'll do. That should be pretty easy.